Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's recipe comes from a lot of fond memories. A lot of memories of going to the auto auction, Manheim's Auto Auction in Manheim, Pennsylvania, and getting their goulash. This is a time when dealers went to the auction and got to actually touch the cars that they don't do a lot these days anymore. So I have a little treat here for you. I acquired this from one of my good friends, auctioneer at Manheim, Pennsylvania, and this was made only for that location, and all the recipes were put in there by the workers of Manheim, Pennsylvania Auto Auction. So today, with a fond memory of this trip and many trips to the auction to get goulash to eat, that'll be the recipe I will be attempting to make today. So in today's recipe, this is a very simple one. You got the ground burger, onion, garlic, tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, seasonings, and the large macaroni noodles. Yes, I did not know there was two different sizes, and for Manheim's goulash they use the large elbow. Okay, now to get this party started, we're going to put water in here already. We're going to add a couple drops of oil, and we're going to bring that up to a boil so we can add our noodles. So we'll let that go, and while that's heating up, we'll light this burner up here, and we're going to add our, well, let's put in the, normally you would saute the onions and garlic, put like 2 tablespoons of oil in there. Now, I have something a little different. I'm not much one on onions, but for this particular recipe, I will be using real onions instead of dehydrated. So we're going to put in here like 2 tablespoons of garlic. Okay, that's plenty there. Now, instead of chopping the onion and everything and going through all that pain, I did find that these are in the store. So I figured, why not go this route? This way it's all done already for me. I can just take out like 2 tablespoons and put it in there as well. Now we're going to saute these vegetables, and once they get sauteed, then we'll add in the burger. Give us just a couple minutes. I'm going to saute this for 2 or 3 minutes. You just want to get it to where you can start to get the aromas of the garlic and everything. You don't want to overcook it. You're just going to get it to where it's just starting to stiffen up a little bit. Then we'll add the burger. Okay, now that that's starting to brown up pretty good, we're going to put in the hamburger here and let it start cooking it down. Oh, drop a piece. Get my hands back in here, get all burned up. All right. Grind this all down. And what we're going to do is we're going to brown this burger so it's completely cooked through. Hopefully by that time, our pot of water in the back here will be ready to add the noodles. Okay, we'll let that cook down and we'll come back. Alrighty, so now this water is getting ready to boil in the back here. We're going to add 1 box of the large elbows. Give that a nice little stir. Now with this burger in the front here, we're going to drain out some of this oil. This was pretty ground. This was pretty lean ground, so there's not a lot of oil in there. I'm just going to scoop out majority of it here. You know, all that oil floating around in on the noodles, it gets sticking to your roof of your mouth and all kinds of stuff. Nobody needs that extra grease like that in their system. Okay. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. So now, in here, we're going to add our tomato sauce. 1 little small can of tomato sauce. And then we're going to add 1 can of the petite diced. Hope this is open. I thought I opened this already. There we go. Yep. Oh, that's fighting me there. Should have cut all the way through, but that's okay. Put in there some petite diced tomatoes. Got a nice little stir. It's looking good already. Okay, turn it up just a little bit. Now, we're going to add in some Italian seasoning, because what would an Italian dish be? Actually, this is American goulash. There's European, I think it is, and there's American. We are making American. So if anybody was confused, again, this is American goulash. Doesn't have the peppers in it, doesn't have all that fancy stuff. We're going to put in some oregano. Some oregano as well. Get that nice Italian kind of flavor. Also, we're going to put in there 1 to 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Can't get it to come out. I guess I have to do it that way. Try that for now. Give that a stir. Now at the end we'll season with salt and pepper as we need it. I'm just going to let this simmer for a little bit. Come up to get warm, and then we'll come up to the taste and see where we're at. See if we got any spice. Okay, so giving it a little taste. We're still waiting on our noodles here. This has come up to heating up, and I'm still missing just a little bit of flavor here, so I'm going to add a little bit more Italian seasoning. Got another teaspoon there or so. And because I see lack of onion that I'm trying to get, I'm going to go back to my dehydrated onions and put like a 1/4 cup in there. More onion. Just because this recipe does have a lot of onion in it from the very get-go. I mean, it's not uncommon to have a big, huge yellow onion, or maybe even 2 smaller yellow onions in with the 2-pound of burger. Just because this is one of those that the onion needs to be tasted and seen in. It's that kind of recipe. Not one of my favorites, obviously, but it's nostalgia and missing the days of visiting the auctions with the lanes open and meeting everybody for lunch to say, hey, let's go grab some goulash. So we'll let that simmer now for a little bit and wait till our noodles are done. Okay, now that our noodles are ready to go, we're going to drain them. Alright. Now nice and dried out. Put the noodles back in the pan. Alrighty. Now, I did buy a can of tomato paste just in case it didn't get enough tomato in the reddish color that it needed. So it looks like I may need maybe a half of that can, but the taste is pretty dang good. So now what we're going to do, we're going to pour the hamburger mixture into the pot with the noodles without making a mess all over myself. Once it starts to go, it should go. Get every little bit in there, because that's the most expensive part, the meat part. Alrighty. Okay, here in the camera view. Give this a nice little stir around. Yep, so that's how I was figuring. Just not quite that right red color yet. So let me put in this half of this can and see if we may need to go for the whole thing. Oh yeah, we already got some color oversized noodles, we're probably going to need the whole can. So let's just put the whole dang can in and be done with it. Okay. Put that in there. Give that a nice little stir here. Yep, that's looking like it now. It is there. Okay, yeah, that turned out perfect right there. That was the whole, that's exactly what the amount we needed. Look at how beautiful that looks. I know you old car dealers who used to go to the Manheim Auction all the time, used to get that, are licking your chops right now. And of course, it would not be without here. Where's my? I'll get this out a while. What me and my family call the foot cheese. So this is the dried Parmesan you put on. They're sitting in all the stands next to where the goulash was. Guys used to get a bowl full of this and then take and coat it down with that and walk away with a smile on their face. I'm glad I could bring this one back for you guys. Thanks again. Okay, I want to thank everybody again, but I know I showed this book earlier, and this was made in 1996 by the Manheim Auction in Manheim, Pennsylvania. You cannot buy this book anymore unless you find one every now and again online. I was given this book by a very good friend of mine, an auctioneer that worked there for many, many years. His name's Kenny Hansel. The person that told me that this book was even made was my other good friend, Jerry Panay. Both auctioneers, very nice people, do anything in the world for you. I thank them every day for everything that they help me out with. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that recipe. I'm going to hold this up here just like that so you can get a screenshot of what's in this recipe. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.